Yo, so how's it going guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. Now, as I'm sure you guys are aware, recently Rockstar Games did release the Smuggler'S Run DLC, and this DLC was massive, included a bunch of stuff like vehicles, new properties, a ton of new clothing. However, as I'm sure you guys are also aware of, every big update that Rockstar Games do introduce, they usually change a bunch of features or add a bunch of secret hidden features into the game that you guys may not have known about. So I thought I'd quickly put together a video showing you guys 10 tips, tricks and secret features to do with the new Smuggler'S Run DLC. So hopefully you guys will all at least learn one brand new thing by watching this video. So as always, if you guys do support this channel, do be sure to drop a like down below and feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first tip I'm going to give you guys is a major one. If you guys own a hangar and you're trying to resupply it, you guys will know if you do get in a helicopter, it will give you the option to drop the cargo onto your hangar on top of it. However, there's a massive bug in the game where even if you drop your cargo directly on top of your hangar, as you guys can see right here, I done it and my friend both landed the cargo directly on top of the hangar where it tells you to do, and for some reason it will never count as being delivered. I've only seen it once actually registered as being delivered, and this is a major bug right now going on, because of course you guys will then have to go on top of your hangar to pick up your cargo and manually deliver it to the front door. So if I was you guys, never try and drop your cargo on top of your hangar, as this is a major bug that is going on in the game at the moment. So until there's any news of Rockstar Games patching this, and it has been a while since the DLC's come out and it's still not being patched, it'll probably get patched when Rockstar Games do drift free the next vehicle. If you guys aren't aware, I have done a video covering 11 unreleased vehicles from the Smuggler'S Run DLC, which I will leave the download in the description. So as a heads up, I would avoid dropping your cargo on top of your hangar at all costs, because as you guys can see on screen right here, we actually barely passed this cargo mission. In the bottom right you can see I actually ended up delivering this in like the final 10 seconds, which is extremely rare, and it wouldn't have happened if we didn't try and drop the cargo on top of the hangar like the game tells you to. However, moving on to the second feature, and as I'm sure you guys are all aware by now, we can purchase hangars now at the airport and over at Fort Zancudo, and we can store all of these brand new aircrafts inside of them. However, what you guys may not know, pretty sure some of you guys will know this already, is that you can actually store existing Pegasus vehicles inside your hangar. These include the Buzzard, the Titan, the Savage, the Hydra and so on. However, the best feature about this is we can also customize these vehicles inside of our hangar. Although the only customization feature that does come with all of these are to respray it or to change the color, and I'm not going to lie, some of these Pegasus vehicles do look completely different when they're another color. Some of you guys that have been watching my channel for over 2 years now, you'll know that I actually had a video where I had a pink Hydra in it around 2 years ago, and I said in that video this will be coming soon in a DLC. Little to behold, 2 years later, Rockstar Games released colored jets. Now this next tip is for you guys that have yet to buy a hangar and you're thinking what is actually the best hangar that you guys should go ahead and buy. It is worth mentioning there is only 5 different hangars you guys can choose from, 3 over at Fort Zancudo and 2 at LSI. So me personally, if I would suggest you guys go ahead and buy a brand new hangar for the first time, I would definitely go for one down at LSI, just for the following reasons. The ones over at Fort Zancudo are considerably more expensive. If you guys go ahead and buy the one, for example, that costs around 2.8, you're going to end up spending near enough 6 million once you've done customizing it, which is an absolute joke, considering all of the hangars will offer you guys exactly the same amount of storage space and exactly the same amount of vehicle storage space. The only difference is you guys won't get an instant wanted level when you walk into Fort Zancudo, but honestly, is that really worth paying millions of dollars for? Because if you guys are walking in there and then you guys see another random dude in there and you start shooting him, that isn't going to prevent you from still getting a wanted level. You still will get a wanted level. Literally all it does is restricts it. Now the next tip I'm going to give you guys that will link straight into this tip is, if you guys are low on cash and you still want to buy a hangar, you can go ahead and buy the hangar, but not buy any renovations for it. So don't upgrade it in any way, shape or form, because if you guys simply head back onto the Maze Bank website, you can simply select the office that you already own and then simply renovate the office from there once you guys have got the funds. I did see a lot of people worried that they wouldn't have enough money to buy their living quarters and stuff, don't worry, you guys can purchase this once you own the hangar. Now of course it is worth mentioning, you are obviously limited for the amount of space that you have in your hangar, so obviously the size of the aircraft that you guys currently have stored there will affect how many aircraft you guys can currently store in your hangar. However, not to worry, because the aircraft that you can't visibly store in your hangar can be stored in the storage. So they will still be counted as a personal vehicle, however they just won't be visibly present in your hangar. However, if you guys do head to the interaction menu over at the back of the hangar, you guys can customize what aircraft you want to be shown in your hangar and what ones you want to be kept in storage. So although the other vehicles will be kept in storage, they will still count as a personal vehicle, just not visibly present when you guys are actually walking around your hangar. Now the best thing is, once you guys bring in any of the other Pegasus vehicles like the Hydra you can see right here, or the Buzzard into your hangar, whether they're kept in storage or your actual hangar floor space, you guys will now be able to request these from the interaction menu the same way that we could with all of the brand new aircraft. So as you guys can see right here, I pull up my interaction menu, go down to vehicles, request aircraft, and it actually let me request the Hydra, whereas before I stored it in my hangar, it wouldn't let me request the Hydra from my interaction menu. I actually had to call up Pegasus to get it delivered to me. Now as you guys can see right here, it is delivered right in front of me over there in the background, the pink Hydra. Now this, once I store it in my hangar, will be classified as a personal vehicle. So sometimes you guys might be aware, they spawn vehicles 10 miles down the road from you. I actually uploaded a top 3 glitches and tricks video showing you guys how you can prevent this from ever happening. If I do remember, I will leave a link to download in the description. However, as I was saying, once you guys request an aircraft from your interaction menu, you cannot call up your mechanic if you need to drive towards it to pick it up quickly, but instead what you guys should do is call up Pegasus to get your aircraft delivered, because that way it won't count as a personal vehicle and you guys will still be able to call up your motorbike or whatever to go ahead and pick it up. Just in case you guys are playing with some friends who maybe don't have that many vehicles, you can call up your bike and your Hydra at the same time, so one of you can use each vehicle, just making your cargo missions run a lot more smoother. However, moving on to the next tip, and as I'm sure most of you guys are aware, with all of these new aircrafts, Rockstar Games have introduced something called countermeasures, which can stop you guys getting shot down by rockets or random griefers online. And basically Rockstar Games have finally added a real use to the flare guns in GTA 5 Online. These will also act as countermeasures now, so if you guys are getting chased down by guys in jets or they're locking onto you with rockets, start spraying your flare gun all over the place and it will start distracting the rockets away from your vehicle. So a very useful thing to know, especially considering flare ammo is so goddamn cheap and it can be bought through the interaction menu, so you guys can literally use as many flares as you want, as often as you want, and players won't be able to take you out. Now of course the Savage is a helicopter in GTA 5 Online that's been out for about 2 years now, actually came out of the Heist DLC. Now in actual fact, I never went ahead and bought this helicopter because it's known for being a pretty weak helicopter. It could only take one explosive, so whether that be a sticky bomb or a rocket launcher, one explosive would destroy it on impact. However, it would seem that Rockstar Games have went ahead and upgraded this helicopter, so now it can withhold one sticky bomb, one rocket, or in other words, one explosive, with the second one destroying it. So maybe you're one of those guys that did fork out 1.9 million on this thing, so it is just worth knowing at the back of your head that this thing can now withhold one explosive damage, especially if you guys end up getting in a battle in the air. It might just buy you guys a few vital seconds. Now some of you guys might remember with the Biker DLC, Rockstar Games did introduce a new feature that would allow you in your MC organization to ride in formation. So if you guys drove your bikes in formation, you'd receive a health boost as well as replenishing your armor, so it could be quite useful if you guys was going to make a final delivery mission on your bikes. However, Rockstar Games have now added a flying formation for your MC or your CO. However, this thing isn't as good as it seems. As you guys can see right here, when I activate it, it will activate a big circle right behind me, because obviously I'm the leader, so I'm going to be leading the formation. However, all of my friends in their aircraft, once they're flying behind me, they are going to be limited to the speed that they can reach. So as you guys can see right here, I'm in the ultralight. It's a pretty slow aircraft, so all of my friends would be limited to the same speed that I'm going. However, it does work both ways, so if I was in a really fast aircraft right now and my friends were in really slow aircraft, their speed would increase to keep up with my aircraft. And like I said, once you guys are riding in formation, you will get the abilities that does offer, like increased health as well as replenishing your armor. nonetheless, that's going to do it for me, guys. 10 awesome tips, tricks, and secrets to do with the new Smuggler's Run DLC. Hopefully you guys also do appreciate me including a bunch of tips in here that have personally happened to me that will hopefully help you guys out in the future, and not just covering all of the basic features that pretty much everyone knows about. So as always, if you guys do support this channel or you have learned one thing new from this video, all I ask is to drop a like down below and feel free to subscribe, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.